Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Let's Chill with EarthBound, where our only goal is to simply be here for a little while to unwind, relax, maybe go to sleep. Last time we took a tour of Dalam, the home of Prince Boo. He had the task of completing his Mu training, and upon completing his training was told by his master to rejoin Ness and learn of an extraordinary discovery in the Museum of Fourside. So at length, that is where we have found ourselves currently, about to descend into the sewers. So that is what we'll be doing today, to find another shining light below. So, I hope you've made yourself as comfortable as you can, settled in with a warm beverage of choice, perhaps, and we will get started. So down into the sewers we go. And this is a pretty simple place, but there could be a lot of enemy encounters, so maybe a more action-intensive episode as we come across the stinky ghosts. And you know what? I can already see a slight problem. In that apparently past me didn't bother to refresh the group, so we may take a step out of the sewers here after this fight and just go and refresh the group and then come back. Because we will absolutely be relying on Paula a great deal. But this is a great place, as you can see, for the prince to gain a few levels, kind of catch up with the group just a little bit. So yes, that's what we'll do. We'll step out of the sewers for a little bit, and I will meet you back here shortly. And we're back. Everyone is all healed up, and while we were resting, Jeff decided to fix up this broken tube, and it became the Hungry HP Sucker, which is vastly superior to the HP Sucker that he had before. And it's a decent item. It's worth keeping around. As we engage a pair of deadly mice who operate very similarly to the rowdy mice that we are already pretty familiar with. In fact, let's go ahead and try out that Hungry HP Sucker and just see how it does. You can see it deals damage to all enemies, absorbing hit points for Jeff. So it's a pretty handy item. So we have another encounter with a pair of filthy attack roaches. You can see that the enemies down here they're a little bit hardier than the party seems to be ready for, but only just a little bit, and we'll be okay. Finding a croissant there. We will be spending a fair amount of time in the water. And we are on the lookout for one item in particular for Jeff down here. So we'll just have a nice, easy time in the sewers beneath Fourside. And we're not interested in that spray can at this stage of the game. We will try to avoid some of the encounters, especially now that we've seen, I think we may have seen all of the enemies that are down here. We want to conserve some resources for the sanctuary boss. In what I think is a fair sense of game design, since we are in a sewer, the layout of this place is actually pretty straightforward. You know, sewers in real life I don't think are supposed to be complex mazes, so it's kind of a nice touch, I think. Oh, it looks like we've come across the magic butterfly room. So we will certainly take a little advantage of that. Make sure everyone's good and healthy. And take an opportunity to take a good deep breath here. That's always nice. See, this area will rapidly drain through the psychic points for the group. So I like those magic butterfly rooms. Those are a nice addition to the game. As Pooh continues to gain levels, well, we will try to avoid that encounter. And that's what we are looking for. Broken bazooka for Jeff. Which, as soon as he repairs that, will become Jeff's primary source of damage through most of the rest of the game. Just a very good item. And you can see up there, it looks like we have arrived at our destination. Everyone's about as healthy as they can be. So we will move in and challenge the 5th sanctuary location as we are attacked by the Plague Rat of Doom. I believe he is also somewhat susceptible to paralysis. We'll try it once. We'll try it once and see if it works. But that's why we stopped and got some more big bottle rockets for Jeff. The Plague Rat is basically just a big version of the rowdy mice that we've encountered. So he does low damage or smash attacks when he hits. So we would obviously rather not see smash attacks. Paula learned Fire Gamma, I believe that is. So we'll go ahead and try that out as well. In fact, we can play it super safe. Looks like the moss is not especially susceptible to fire, but a very good bottle rocket attack. We will just slowly work our way through the fight here. And there we have it. Not so bad, right? getting a couple of levels for Boo there. And we will make our way up to the sanctuary. As I was trying to think of something to talk about for Magnet Hill, my mind kept coming back to ideas about law of attraction kind of stuff. I honestly don't really know much about that subject, but at a basic level, I know it's about getting what you really want from life. That thought was primed recently as I was reading the book Full Catastrophe Living by Jon Kabat-Zinn, where he talks about the emotional suffering we can experience as a result of not having things, quote, go our way. He encourages us to ask ourselves, what is my own way? It's not necessary to have an answer, but one may exist in your heart, so it's worth it to listen carefully and often. So, with that in mind, I encourage you now to take this moment, as well as from time to time in your life, to ask yourself, what is my own way? What do I really want? Would I know it if I got it? What is my own way? As Ness sees a baby's bottle, just for an instant, we record the melody of the Magnet Hill. An interesting place, just located right within Fourside. You may have noticed that if you were quick enough, you may have noticed us flying over this location in the Skyrunner earlier in the game. But opening this chest, we find a carrot key. A carrot key. Special type of Bunny's favorite carrot. Well, we've come across some rabbits before, actually. So I think we know just where to take that key. And we will slowly make our way out of the sewers. And perhaps I'll just meet you back at the entrance. And here we are back at the entrance of the sewers. We'll just keep things rolling right along. Actually, let's see if he has anything new to say. Wants us to come back and study because he doesn't enjoy being alone. It's a perfectly normal thing. We are a social species after all. Coming out of the museum, we are greeted with another opportunity to have a picture taken. Fuzzy Pickles. And before we move on, actually, we will make another short stop in the department store here. Grabbing just a couple more big bottle rockets for Jeff. So with the shopping done, we are free to move on. However, one last check here. I don't believe Jeff is quite ready to repair that broken bazooka. I think he has to reach either 40 or 45 intelligence, or IQ rather. He'll get there eventually. As we head back to Dalam. And see the sights with the full gang here. Certainly not missing this photo opportunity. Fuzzy Pickles. I'll tell you what, while we're here, see if any of the dialogues have changed. They may not have. But since this will... This person says recently several bad incidents occurred in this peaceful country. We are just getting all kinds of photos today. Speak to the master for a moment. Future battle will be considerably more dangerous than you expect. And it's nice of him to give us a full heal there. And this may be the only other time that we explore Talam, so we'll go ahead and try to take in as much of the experience as we can. This person says, what's the difference between existing and exiting? Nothing. I can't remember if he said that before. Prince Boo has good relationships with foreigners. What an international person. Well, I think many of the dialogues have probably stayed the same, but, well, these do appear to be different. There's so many monsters around recently, we can't relax and have fun. Well, surely we can do something about that. This person thinks that Prince Boo's Moo training has involved animals of some kind. Not quite. Yes, everybody loves the prince. And there's really no need, I don't think, to come over to the place of nothingness. People who train here must first clear everything from their mind. Yes, we read that sign before. Just an interesting place with the pink clouds. Kind of remind me of scenery you might see in anime. And here we are back at the Strange Rabbits. just what we need. To clear them away. And I think it may seem like a bit short of an episode, but I really think this is a good place to stop for now, as this is in fact the 6th sanctuary dungeon. And I would hate to only get a little bit of the way through it. And just out of an abundance of concern of letting the video run too long, I think we'll stop it here for now. And look forward to that next time. So, as always, I hope you found this episode to be relaxing. Hope you are more chill than when we started. Maybe you've even gone to sleep. If so, rest well. And I will see you again with another episode, another opportunity to unwind and just be for a little while. Every Monday and Thursday night. So until then, take care. I'll see you soon.